My next guests are burning up the tracks when it comes to their careers as professional sport car racers. Everybody, please welcome Sarah and Ashton. Let me ask you this, were your family supportive of all of this idea?
My dad swears it started with a Barbie Jeep. Santa brought me a Barbie Jeep a long time ago. Yeah, that's my sister and I. And I was so mad at how slow it was going, my dad actually souped up the battery to make it a little bit faster. And I wound up going through all those plastic tires. And so he bought 3 or 4 sets of those plastic tires because I was just burning through them.
All right, let's talk about why you're here. So why do you think that you're having trouble in the dating department?
So for me, I've had a relationship before where I was dating a guy that, I was with him for several years and I was thinking long-term like he was and kind of planning, and the opportunity came up for me to go professional. He seemed pretty supportive, he wanted to be a part of it, and then the time came and that was just not the case. We ended up splitting and I went off my first professional race weekend I ever had. I was 21 and I came back home and my house was cleared of all things, and even up to the washer and dryer. I came home with 1 chair in my living room.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I had a whirlwind.
Let me ask you, what kind of guys do you think will be good for you?
I think a guy who's really a part of his family. I think family to me is the most important thing, hands down, but also a guy who's compassionate and could understand that both of us are very passionate about something and are very driven to make it to the top of this.
Well, I'll tell you what, ladies. Today I've invited some men here who I think might be perfect for you.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, come on out. Now, ladies, you ready for this?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Okay, now take these questions right here. These are questions that I suggest that women ask men to get to know them better. Your job is to listen to their answers and see if you like what you hear. So, okay, Sarah, why don't you start? Ask your first question.
I'm gonna go with Zach. We're both around men about 90% of the time. How well would you handle this?
I have no problem with it at all. I like to think I'm a confident guy, so I don't typically worry about it. As long as we have trust in the relationship, it's not an issue at all.
Good answer. Okay. Good answer.
That's a good answer. I like
Good
that.
answer.
So I guess we're gonna go down the line. Brian,
Yeah.
what are some relationship deal breakers for you?
Somebody that's not, consumed by publicity, I guess, for social media and really just trying to put themselves out there. I want somebody who's more focused on the relationship, and it's not about prompting myself to be, this particular person. It's more just respectful of how the other person feels and, the relationship alone, knowing that this is for, me and you and not for something else.
Cool.
All right, going back down the line. Brian, a lot of times we're on the road at competitions. How do you feel about the person you're dating not being around 24/7?
I'm actually perfectly fine with it. I travel a lot for work. I'm gone for half the year. And honestly, I go into a relationship trusting somebody 100% every day. And I've found that that's the best way to have a meaningful relationship and and make sure that it's a good relationship. So I'm perfectly fine with it.
Okay.
Now, listen to me.
Hold up.
You do understand that he can't say nothing else. See, he traveled a lot. What that got to do with being okay with you being gone?
You're right.
Yeah, see, always remember, you have to layer the questions when you talk to men. One more question.
Derek, what's one thing that you've learned from your past relationship?
It's critical just to have honest communication and to share how you feel when you feel it with someone. If you always tell someone how you feel, opportunities can go by in a blink of an eye. But if you never do, that regret lives for a lifetime. So just always be honest in the front.
So what happened, Derek?
You got a story.
They've already tagged me as like the deep one here, the mistagers.
So let me tell you what happened to you, Derek. Based on that answer right there, you was involved with this girl. You never really came out and said how you truly felt. She never really understood it. So she felt that since you didn't express yourself properly, she moved on and you lost somebody that you thought was valuable.
Get out of my head, Mr. Harvey.
All right, ladies, it's time for you both to decide. So Sarah gonna pick, and then Ashton pick. So you all should confer, make sure y'all don't take the same one. And then y'all break up and don't be friends no more. I'll talk to the guys and just say, I think all of you are wonderful guys. I think you gave great answers. I tell women to go into a relationship, just see if you like a guy, if you can be friends first. Get some chicken wings. One thing lead to another, and then, you know, then some magic can happen. So Sarah, who are you gonna pick?
I am going to pick Brian. So, yay.
All right, Brian, congratulations. And Ashton?
I'm actually going to go with Derek.
And Derek. All right. So guys, come on over here and greet the ladies. Best of luck to the four of you. Have a great time. Keep us posted. We'll be right back, everybody. Hey, you made it to the end of this video. I got a lot more that you're gonna enjoy, so just click to watch the next one. And make sure you subscribe to always know what's happening.